have a problem. So in Roland Martin's book that he talks about white fear, he says YT women stop having babies. African American women slowed down having babies. Hispanic women never stop having babies. It's true. When you look at the statistics, look at how you're seeing an uptick in African American women having babies, right? And more so geriatric. Some people have already had kids and they're actually starting back over. Again, they're inferior to that. They're seeing the numbers rise. You're talking about people are making an issue about the fact that in 2043, this is the year that we will no longer be the minority, but we will be the majority. And that's a problem. You're going to see more black and brown people in charge. You're going to see more black and brown superintendents, police chiefs. You're going to see more black and brown elected officials. This is the rise of the black and brown era. And that is a problem for me. Look how many black and brown people were on the ballots. That is clear evidence of what is being said. And that is inferior. Barack Obama did not divide this country. Remember, Barack Obama got the Nobel Peace Prize, right? So how was he divisive? How did he divide this country? Make it make sense, because the math is not mathing. How did he divide the country? All because he put his name in the hat, which he had every right to do. And what did Donald Trump do? Go back and say, oh, it's a birthism issue. He wasn't born here. He's not native here. Your wife is not native here. So can we send her back on a plane or a train or a boat and put her back in the water somewhere? You can't sit there and make a claim and say someone wasn't born here or that he's not a full African American. Right there, that should have put alarm bells in everybody's heads, because these are dog whistles. These are dog whistles. And see, the reason why he came to rise is because White America said, you know what? We got to get somebody back in there that's going to save what we had and what we put in place all these years. We can't dare let them immigrants come over here and try to take from what we worked for. We took from everybody else and now they take it for us. How could they dare do that? How could they? How could they dare be having more babies than us? How could they dare be having, how could they dare have more education than us? The statistics say they're stupid. But that's not true. And we're beating all odds. And I continue to tell people, and I don't care what these people say in the comments, because it really doesn't matter to me. It's facts matters. It's facts over feelings any given Sunday. Any day of the week, 20 times on Sunday. And these evangelicals and these people are getting out here with these ulterior motives. They're making up issues. They're not even solidifying the issues of why this man has literally got on TV and ran on not one policy. He has not given anybody hope to say, oh, I'm voting for you because you're going to make it better. All you hear is, oh, I had more money in my pocket when you were in office. Okay, go to factcheck.org. He lost so many jobs under his belt. You're talking about the farming community. You're talking about the unions. You lost so many jobs under your presidency and left 7.8 trillion debt. So, and it was an article that actually said that we will pay, because of his $1 trillion debt deficit, we will pay over the next 25 years. And what people don't understand, 7+ million people lost their lives because he threw away Obama's playbook when he had a playbook for H1N1 and Ebola. And he gave him the playbook. He didn't throw it away because he wanted to. He threw it away because an African-American man came up with the playbook. And he tried to alleviate Obamacare because why? An African-American man did it. But you don't have a plan for the next steps, but you choose to take away this border issue. He had 4 years to take care of this border issue. Never did anything. In my opinion, he has not done anything. His policies only benefit the wealthy. They don't benefit the 58%. And when I mean 58%, that's because 58% of Americans make less than $40,000 a year. That's over half of the population. So tell me, how is he benefiting anybody? Or how is he helping anybody that especially don't look like you and I? Especially if we suffered all our lives trying to make it through, right? Everybody is not meant to be wealthy. Everybody's not meant to be in the top 1%, right? And it's a reason for that. But you have to understand, on up to the high class, middle class, and low class, everybody in this world is receiving a subsidy from the government. So for you to sit there and say, oh, I had more money in my pocket, that's because of PPP loans and a stimulus check that he didn't want to even write. That's the only reason why you had more. The unemployment, you got more money from unemployment. And you're talking about the fact that you had more money because of a pandemic. We're no longer in a pandemic anymore. So where is that money going to come from? Because what I'm seeing is he's doing his records show he lost jobs. It didn't show anything about gaining jobs. He lost. I don't know if people understand simple addition and subtraction. Losses mean something being taken away.
Well, the top wealth in this country, the 400 top white T-men have more wealth than 40 million black people.
Hold on,
Now
hold on,
imagine that.
hold on, sir. We got Lizette. She was in the comments there. I call it thumb thugging, but I told her to come up here and stand 10 toes down on the comments she was making in the chat. So I'm gonna let her have the floor, and we gonna stay out of it and let the ladies address Lizette. Okay?
No, I got no problem with that. First, when you start calling you African American and you start calling you American, that's the way I feel. I'm an American because I born in Puerto Rico, but I born an American citizen. I'm an American. I know American Puerto Rican. If you stop doing that and you
Ma'am,
start
I'm not
calling
going to
you
let you
an
tell me
American,
how to address
no,
myself,
let me,
ma'am.
well,
You don't
I
get to tell
listen to
me,
you.
no, ma'am, you
No,
don't get to tell
let me
me
tell you the
how
reason
to
why.
address myself.
Okay.
You don't get
Did
to
you
tell
hear
me
me?
when the government is out here to have labels on us. You don't get to tell me how to address me, ma'am.
You
Thank
put
you.
your label
But
on
no,
your phone when
you
you
don't
call
get
you
to
are
tell
African
me,
American
you don't
instead
get
of
to
call you
tell me
American
again, you don't
because you
get to tell
belong to
me.
this country. This
Okay,
is
okay.
your land.
No, you don't
Don't
get to
let
tell
nobody
me.
take your land away from
You
you.
don't
And
get
that's
to
what they are
tell
doing when you
me.
say that.
You don't, again, and I'm not going to keep saying, you don't get to tell me that.
No, I don't.
You
No, the
don't get,
way you
okay,
want to
so
say is
let's
keep saying you
keep on
African
with your
American. That's your
point,
problem. But
but you don't
I
get to
think
tell me that.
you
You don't
are
get to tell me
American
that.
like I'm
Go
American.
on with your point, but you don't get to tell me that. Thank you. Rightfully so,
Well,
you don't.
well, you say whatever you want, but I say if you say you are American, that means that you belong to this land. That's your land. That's our land. And you have to start to protect all the rights you have right now. Because if you think that Cuba is has a dictator just because they want to be in that place, no. Venezuela the same way, Nicaragua the same way, and Chile is running, going to be in the socialism too. That's going to happen with this country because you know what? What they are doing is they're moving people that they train, like in Venezuela right now, they train all these people that coming to this country. Are they coming to the stabilize? I don't know if that's the word. The economy of this country. We need to stop that now. And this government allow all these people to kill our people over here, and they don't know nothing about. They attack policemen, and they allow them to do it, and they go free on the street. They don't supposed to do that. They supposed to be in jail. They coming and rape our children.
Wait, Lizette,
I
watch
don't do
certain.
You
it
can't
Hold
say
on, hold
that.
on, Lizette. Hold on, Lizette.
You can't say
Hold
that.
on.
She
And
said
You
then
watch.
untrue.
I
That's
don't know
you're
if
untrue
you.
you're
information.
you're
Hold
just
on.
you're just
That's
Hold
untrue
spreading
on.
information.
misinformation.
That's
Hold on,
untrue
Lizette. Hold on,
information.
Lizette. Now I'm gonna let the ladies address you,
You're
but
you're
for
actually
now, I want you to watch the terminology you use. All right. You have to substitute certain words. Okay. You can unmute yourself, and you
No,
can
I
continue.
didn't. I didn't. Because let me tell you, we need immigrants in this country, but we need to direct link the right way to know who coming to this country, what is their background, and we have to do that. We have to close the border and do everything in order. You can allow all those people over here like 10,000.
Lizette.
Right now, let me tell them you can direct to me. We have right now in 3 years almost 7 million people in this country that even we don't even have idea what kind of people they are, and we need to protect this country now. Maybe you think I'm crazy.
Can I ask you a
I
question?
know what I'm
Can I ask
talking
you a
about.
question? Can I
Can
ask you a
let
question? Do you know your neighbors?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yes.
Do you know every neighbor on your street or
Yes.
an apartment community you live
Yes.
in?
Yes.
Ma'am,
Because
please don't go there.
yes,
Please
let me
don't
tell
act
you
like you
what. You
know
don't have to tell me
everybody.
this is not my
what
Ma'am,
neighbor
don't
that I
act
don't
like
know
you
my
know
neighbor.
everybody. So you
Let
know
me
so
let
so
me
you
answer
know if
you.
somebody
You
is
don't
three
know
houses
me.
down from
You
you
don't know
is a
what kind of
rapist.
person
So
I
do
am.
you know
I
if
was.
they are a graper?
You
So
don't know
you
me. You
know
don't
the
know
person
what
that's
kind.
three houses down for you may be a graper. Do you know that? Do
Let
you
me
know
tell
that,
you.
ma'am?
Let me tell you. But
No,
I
let
know
me tell
who they
you.
are.
Do you know
They
that?
got a social
what
security number, and they can find out who it is. But
Girl.
right now,
Okay.
what happened in New York? They attack
hang,
policemen people.
hang on. Hang on.
They let off free. And when they went to Colorado, and they attack another police person over there.
So do
Do you
you
know that?
condemn?
Isolated incident. You can't, that's not
So
statistical. That's an isolated
No,
incident.
it is.
It's an
It is like
isolated
that.
incident.
If you don't
right.
see it, it's a little incident.
Ma'am,
Let,
ma'am, what's your highest level
do
of
you
education?
know
I have a bachelor's degree.
Oh, they need to give it back.
Oh yeah, okay, that's your opinion. But you know what? I came to this country with nothing in my pocket, and right now they do what they call American dream. I have the house I want. I have whatever I want, and my daughter went to college and got a degree they want. Just because this is the country where you can do
so
that.
where are
But
you
in
from? What
Houston, I
country are
come
you
from Puerto
from?
Rico.
What country? Okay, so you don't have criminals in Puerto Rico
Yes, well, we know who they are.
because
But
crime is
Puerto Rico is
proximity.
part of America. I
Yes,
mean, come on now.
Right.
that's right. That's
So
right.
I
That's
mean,
right.
so
Do
you're
you
really
So
know?
not
Do
an
crime
you okay?
immigrant.
Do you know
Give me a break.
how many
Doggone.
people from the jail there was Maduro let it go to come into this country?
This the kind of stuff make your head go round.
Oh well, you know what?
yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
My advice: go ahead and still voting for somebody that
You from Puerto
that
Rico.
that I. But I live here, honey. I'm an American. I'm sorry for you.
If you a
And
Puerto
then and
Rican,
what do you
if
feel
you
sorry
live
for
in
us
Florida,
for? We're
you better
we're
hope like
educated.
hell that you better hope like hell they don't deport you for that draconian immigrant
Where are they
law
gonna
that they
deport
just
me?
passed. You better
They're
hope.
gonna deport me to Puerto
Yeah,
Rico.
you better hope and pray they don't come up and deport you.
Seriously? And you say I have to take my degree back? Do you know in Puerto Rican, Puerto Rican,
It's
they're
sad that
American
you would.
citizens?
It's sad
But
that
what you
you
We
don't
would.
won already.
understand
And
We
is that
belong to the United
they
States.
don't even have to ask you
We part of the
questions. Is what
United
I'm
States,
saying.
girl.
Yeah, what I'm saying is they don't have to. If you suspectively look like you're somebody that's not from here,
Who
you're
say that?
subject to be
Who say
deported.
that?
That's what I'm trying to tell
No, I
you.
know. I know.
No, you
I've been,
don't know. You
I've
just
been
told me
living, I've
about
been
my
living here
degree.
for 25 years,
Girl,
and
bye.
nobody stopped me
I
from
just like
cross.
to say one thing. When she start
so
I'm
crying,
Latino.
I like to say just one thing. When she start crying, Donald Trump gonna throw them paper towels like he did to them.
And $2 billion to help Puerto Rico to get up. Do you know that? No,
Mm.
you didn't know that. That he get us $2 billion to
how long did
yeah.
it take him to? How long did it take?
How long it take what?
for Puerto
To
Rico to get assistance.
get the money?
And you know what's sad
He threw
is
you paper
that
towels at
you would
first.
that you would that you would put down your own people
No, I don't put down my own
because
people.
because
I
you
know
want
my
to
people. We
because
ask the best people.
you believe that
What
you're
you don't
close
understand,
to
no, what you don't
whiteness.
understand
You
is
you believe you're close
this
to
government is
whiteness.
play all
You
the people
believe you're
like
close to whiteness,
illegal people
but
that
they
give them
don't like
more
you
than the
either.
people
They
of
don't like you either.
yeah.
They don't like you either.
Well, maybe you don't like me because I tell you the truth. You don't want to listen to the truth.
No, the white tea people don't like you.
So what? So can you name a
You know, let me
policy?
tell you what happened
Can
in
you
Puerto
name a
Rico with
policy that
Maria.
Trump put in place to help you? Can you
A
name a
policy?
policy?
Well, I
Yeah.
can buy a house for I bought a house for just the
No,
3%.
ma'am, that's not a policy. Again, what's a policy? A policy that's signed into law, ma'am, means it goes through the House, the Senate, and then it goes to the president. He signs it off. What's a policy, ma'am?
Let me think about it first.
You don't have one. That's what you don't have to think because it's not one.
She don't
There's
know.
no
She
one.
don't
You
know.
Yeah,
don't
let me
have
She
tell
to.
don't
you.
know.
You,
She
what you
just
thinking
Let
asked.
for?
me
It's
tell you.
not one.
Let me tell you.
You come up
Let
here,
me tell
so
you.
your Twitter fingers in the comments, but you come up here
Okay,
lacking
what
knowledge
Biden
and
doing for you?
information to
What
help you
Biden doing for you?
substantiate your claim. That's
What
baffling.
Biden
That
doing
is
for
so
you? Because
baffling
let
to
me tell
me.
you, I can buy a house for a 3%. That
That
people can afford a
ma'am,
house
they
now?
just passed a law
No,
where if you buy a house,
no,
you can
you
get a
can buy
hundred
the
thousand
house
dollars off your home.
now because you have to make almost
Who did that?
eighty
Who did
thousand
that?
dollars.
It wasn't
Your
Trump.
government,
Trump didn't do that.
Joe Biden.
Trump didn't do that.
Go ahead.
So tell me a
Yeah.
policy, ma'am. Tell me a
That's why.
policy.
That's why. Do you think I can buy it? I buy my house with 3%. That's it. That's interest rate. You can do
Ma'am,
that
we were
now.
in a
You can do
pandemic.
that now
We
with
were
this
in a
economy.
pandemic. Do
That
you
you can do
actually
that with this
think
economy?
do you
No.
actually think a
Okay. Maybe
pandemic
too
will never
fast.
happen again? Pandemics have been happening since the 1900s. Do you actually think a pandemic will never happen again? Honestly, ask yourself that
Let me
question.
tell you, girl.
No, I'm not a girl. I'm a woman. I'm
The
not a
Ooh,
girl.
pandemic,
I'm a
the
woman.
okay.
government
So
play
I'm
she
you
not
just
a
went
too.
on a bit
girl.
too
I'm a
far.
woman. So
This
address me as
president
such.
force you,
I'm a woman, so do not
force you.
address me
It's a
as a girl.
mandate. Well, mandate. Oh, I'm
I
sorry.
demand
I
respect.
don't feel so offended. Let me tell you, this
It's
government just keep
you
put
disrespectful
on
You
woman.
very
a
disrespectful.
mandate. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Mandate like you have to vaccinate yourself. If you don't do it, you're gonna get a shot. You're gonna lose your job. Do you see that's right?
What?
I want to ask her a question.
Mm-hmm.
Now you do know Puerto Rico. I mean, you didn't have to get a legal citizenship to become a citizen of America, right? You do know that, right?
No, I'm born already American citizen.
Well, the way you talk like you're an immigrant or you migrated here.
No, I don't have to migrate. I just moved here.
So you cannot speak for those that's coming from Venezuela or Mexico or Cuba or Haiti.
No, they can talk worse than that.
And see, the
Because
thing is this thing.
they know what this government is doing right now, in what direction this government is taking this country right now.
Ma'am, you can't even state a policy. How do you know what direction the government is going?
Girl, with the government
You can't
Now
even state
that's
a
giving,
policy. How
facts.
you
when
know where
the
the government
government
going?
is
That's
giving more
facts.
money to another country
Girl,
than this
bye.
country, what the government is giving people who's coming illegally to this country more than they supposed to take care of
Once they step
us
on the soil,
is
they can
the
seek asylum.
problem.
It's not
That is the
illegal.
problem. If you don't see it, if they have to take people, the children out of school to put all those people and take care of
Stop
these
Ma'am,
it.
people
you are
That's a
first,
lie.
so ma'am that
you got a
you've been watching
She
problem
too
in
much
this
ignorant.
Fox News,
country.
ma'am.
But
She
you don't want to
ignorant.
You've been
see
watching
it.
too
She's
much
That's
Fox
your
ignorant.
News.
problem.
You've
You're
been watching too
ignorant.
This
much Fox News.
conversation
If
is
you don't
not
want to
going
see it, it's
anywhere.
your
Can,
problem, not
can
mine.
we just,
Yeah, we're
Lizette,
gonna have to
can
drop
you
her.
just get back in the comments?
That's the
Because
misinformation.
Yeah, Lizette, I think you're on it. Where did you get your degree? I'm just curious now because I mean, I don't think you have a degree, but hey, I mean, where
Yeah,
did you get
yeah,
your
but you know
degree
what?
at?
You pay for my degree.
Wait, hold on. That's not the question. Where did you get your degree? Because the ladies are asking you basic questions about how the government works. You're making these claims that the president is giving other countries money. So that's a red flag to me because if you're saying that the president is giving these countries money, that's a red flag about the quality of education you receive.
I know this government not give it to everyone else money
Where
instead of
did
keep
you
it
get,
all over
wait, hold
here.
on. That's where
You know
did you
how
get
many
your
people
Hold,
you
do
degree?
you
have
hear
in the
what she
street?
said? Do you hear what she said that Trump gave Venezuela? What country she from? She
Puerto
talking about giving
Rico.
other
Puerto
countries
Rico.
money, but then she just talked about they gave her country money. Man, get
Because
out
we
of here,
part of the
lady. You a
United
double
States.
standard.
We
Get
part
out
of
of
the
here.
United States.
Come
We
on
part
now.
of the
Are you
United States,
serious?
girl.
She
Yeah,
a
You
you in the
liar.
United
understand that
States, but he
Puerto
still
Rico is
gave
part of the
money though,
United
right?
States?
You're not
But
complaining
we
about
are
he still
part of
gave
the
money.
United
He
States.
still
We
gave
are
money.
American
He
people.
still gave money.
We
You're
are
talking about he
American
still
people.
gave money.
We are American people.
Okay, but
Isn't
he
that
still gave
We
money.
are
isn't that a
American people.
handout?
That's
Isn't
still
that a
money he gave
handout?
out to you, ma'am.
We are American people.
Okay, Liz, I'm gonna
Why are
drop you
you up
down. I'm gonna
here?
drop you down because the
Yeah,
conversation isn't
she
going anywhere with
disrespectful.
you. I mean,
Anyways, thank you.
hold on, lady, hold on. You're misinformed right now, and I don't think you really
You
truly know
have
how
to,
government
yeah.
works. And I
I
think
guess you don't know what government is
yeah, I
doing.
know how government works. All these ladies, from being on my lives before, we have a couple of new people. They know how government works. I'm gonna ask you a basic question. I'm gonna put you on the spot, right? What? This is a question I like to ask MAGA. What are the three branches of government?
The justice, legislature, and let me say, legislatura, um,
Mm.
el Congreso, la legislatura y el
I don't
justice.
speak Spanish. I don't speak Spanish.
Let me speak in English first. It's los tres poderes, el poder judicial,
No, she
Okay,
She's
trying
okay.
to
No,
asking
get
she's
she's
legislativo.
talking to
asking
Habla en
somebody.
somebody.
inglés.
Okay,
her
Habla
ass
en
in the
down.
inglés,
Congress,
Lizette. Habla en inglés.
I,
She had to ask someone in Spanish.
And she was saying Congress in Spanish. That what? Oh.
If she's
I,
from Puerto Rico,
yeah.
It sounds to
She
From
really
Puerto
made her
Rico.
people look bad. She really
it
made
sounds
her.
to me it
She was
sounds
She
to me
did.
it sounds to me that she was
She was thumb thugging hard in the comments, so I brought up. But she made Puerto Ricans look bad right there.
it was it sounds to me like she was thinking out loud, translating in her mind. That's all she was doing.
Yeah, it's bad, man. Shoot. But
Well, listen, folks, I'm gonna drop down.
okay. Thanks for coming, Doc.
hey
Alrighty.
Doc.
Doc.
Alrighty, I'll see y'all around these TikTok streets.
Okay.
All right.
About to get ready to end it too, but I'm gonna let Carlos. I'm gonna let you give your little spin real quick. I'm gonna let the ladies go first, and then the gentlemen, us guys, we're gonna finish off so I can get me some chow.
Ooh.
Who wants to go first, Doc or
Well,
Queen?
I'm gonna go first, and I'm gonna drop, but I want to piggyback off what Strack and the Black Doll said regarding the education system. Now, this is one thing that Trump has have promised. He's going to eliminate the Department of Education.
Mm-hmm.
He want to put it back in the state. And if you don't teach the policies and the education that they want you, which is the Heritage Foundation, they done came up with a teaching plan that they want all schools. And if you don't do it, then you won't get funded. Your principal will no longer, even though they earn it, they want that to be an elected position. It's a whole bunch of stuff in there. If you teaching Black history, you know, no, you will not get. You can be eliminated from being funded. It's a way of destroying public education. Most most people cannot afford to send their child. Plus, there's not enough schools if you want to send your child to a private school or a chartered school. Then they give you a stipend saying, "Oh, $5,000." What they don't tell you, the fee might be 15,000,
There you go. And they have to fund the rest of it.
and you got
But
to
that's neither
fund the
here or
rest.
there. They don't know how to do just simple math.
You know, so it's a setup. All this stuff, just fund education. Just do right. Teachers need to be paid more than what they're being paid right now. But to go after teachers, to have them working under the gun and in fear that they might, then there will be no more what is it, tenor? You can't earn that. So it's just a dismantling. And his secretary of education, DeVos, she started it. She began it. They was dismantling little by little. But they Heritage Foundation, that 2025, everything is spelled out. What they planning on doing, how they gonna consolidate power. They already got individuals that is being trained on day one. They can go in there and fire all those civil service employees. Good jobs, federal jobs that
And
have worked.
that's the thing, Sims. They don't understand that is that again, that's another deficit under this that administration is that you're taking away, you're not adding anything, especially with a growing population.
They don't
How are
want
you adding?
diversity. They're gonna eliminate any school that's teaching diversity, equity, inclusion. See, they got rid of affirmative action. So now the next thing we going after DEI. They really, if they had it their way, it would just be YT people working. They would be 100% employed. And the rest of us, you just have to, hey, get the crumbs
Well,
or be co-op.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna drop True Patriot and ladies. Um, the thing that I think about a lot and wish had never happened was integrating our schools. And I made it know that might sound crazy, but if you think about the excellence that we had prior to segregating our schools, and we had our own communities, and if they had left our communities alone, I believe that we would be way ahead of them. I know we would.
But
And we
now
would be able to teach our own kids.
a lot of schools are still, you know, totally black because it all depends where it's at. Because busing is no longer forced to bus your child. So with that being said, especially city schools in the city, they mostly is what the community. If the community is a mixed community, then it's mixed. If it's a black community, then it's black. If it's a Hispanic community, the school is Hispanic. Unless you want to, bus your child to a charter school.
But I'm talking about like they have to adhere to the public, the curriculum.
But then, you know what I was thinking when I was in school, and I remember when integration started. Um, the books came from the superintendent, who was YD.
Yeah, I mean, but look at Katherine Johnson. Look at even Dr. King and all the civil rights leaders. They didn't go to an integrated school.
And that's true.
I just believe that we would be further ahead had they not messed with our black owned communities, where we had banks, churches, businesses. We are intelligent human beings, and they stole that from us.
Hmm.
I'm just saying, and look at, like, I'm from Arkansas, and there was this one school like 6 miles from. It was it was pretty much a black school. But those children, they were so much more intelligent than the surrounding schools that were integrated. But that's all I had to say, and I just, the reason that they know what we're capable of, that's why they tore it down.
Hmm. Now I agree with you, because they talking
But
about
now,
separate, but
I
it
think now
wasn't
they're
equal.
proposing legislation in Alabama to close 3 schools, and people are saying it's HBCUs in
I
Alabama
mean,
or
yeah, look
Mississippi.
at look at Howard, Spelman, the excellence that come from those
Oh
schools.
yes. And those schools, and you ask them, oh, why are you funding HBCU? Well, why was
Howard,
HBCU in existence?
right.
Well, ladies, I'm gonna wind it down.
I'm gonna drop down,
Yeah.
and ladies, it was my pleasure sharing the panel with you all. Intelligent, beautiful black queens.
And it was an
Same here.
honor to come up here.
Yes, I will. I will follow all you ladies. Thank you so much, True, for letting me come up. I'm sorry if I got a kind of little off the Ricker, a little off the Ricker scale, a little bit. Sometimes I get passionate because people don't understand. This is something that I do and I deal with every day. I'm fighting for the rights of black and brown for minority kids. And it's sad that we have to go in there every single day and put our gloves on to fight for what's right. Um, um, it's I've ladies, if you would have ever told me that we would go through this in my lifetime, I wouldn't even believe it. To have everything, to have some of the most historic legislative pieces redacted because of fear, right? Because of fear of another group being the majority. And this is something that people have to really, and they stand on this whole woke theory, like as if we're not woke, if we don't understand what's going on and what they're trying to do and how they're trying to silence our voices and muffle us out. It's sad. You brought us over here. You kidnapped us and brought us over here, and you do everything in your power to keep us from rising and coming up above any and everything. And it saddens me because I'm out here in the trenches every day and I'm fighting not only for my kids, my sister's kids, my brother's kids. I'm fighting for what that looks like. And when I see that I live in the state of Texas, that the governor is withholding $33 billion in funding just because they have not voted on a resolution to this voucher situation because they want to give this pro-choice of school, right? And the fact that what a lot of people don't understand is that this voucher situation, these people that go, these kids that they're trying to send public funds, people that pay public funding to these private institutions. However, remind you, public schools, Title I schools, are accounted for by how many kids, the attendance, right? And also they're accounted for as it pertains to the funding, how they receive their funding, accountability stakes testing, which is the STAR. Now it's also known as the STAR 2.0. These private institutions do not have an accountability standard. So tell me, why is public funding, meaning these people that are receiving local funds from their communities, is going to private institutions? That is not fair at all. Does not have any accountability standard attached to it. But however, the public schools have an accountability standard. That is so unfair to be reallocating the funds, the local funds of school districts to private institutions where
And
you
that's what they're
don't even
doing
know if
because
you're going
down
to
in
get
Texas,
accepted. Yeah.
Down in Texas, they was talking about, millionaires. They got access to those funds. And they can afford the tuition. But it passed.
So the law is, so the requirement is you have to meet the 200% poverty threshold line. And so, say for instance, you have a 6-figure family, and it depends on how many dependents you have. Just say you have 4 or 5 kids, you qualify because you have all those dependents. But now it only covers a quarter portion of that tuition. Who pays the rest?
Yep.
Well,
That's money coming out of public education.
Coming out of public funds.
Yes.
yes. Well, ladies, like I said, I'm gonna wind it down because I know